We actually got in some fishing on 3 different streams that are widely separated in the state this week. Actually, it started out with some golf, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Here I am starting to cast along the left-hand bank of some very deep, and unfortunately it was tough water on the favorite river of ours, the White, up in near Meeker, Colorado. Hooked a very nice fish right away. Could be 18 to 19 inch. Hand rainbow, terrific fish. Sue had opted out for a while. That rainbow races across the river several times like a bonefish, and then it's back and forth, and finally we get to release it. Went a little bit further upstream. Sue finally decided that she'd have some fun with us on the river and started down her side of the stream, and here she is working some nice bank water along the edge. I'm on the opposite side doing some fishing and heading down a little further. The water was terrific everywhere, even though it's very tough wading right now. I played and released whitefish of about 3 to 4 pounds in this area and several rainbows. It was especially nice to start catching rainbows of a smaller class and of various years. Here I'm walking up to a little piece of pocket water and actually am able to shoot a picture of a fish striking that I pretty much knew was going to be there, and released another 18-inch fish. Here I've hooked probably the best fish that I've ever landed on this river. It had to be something in excess of 2 feet in length, just a huge rainbow. I'm reeling, trying to get all that line on the reel because the thing's taken off downstream and across the stream, and it's about a 15-minute play to try to get this thing close to the bank. The problem is the water's still so high right now, it gives the fish a better advantage than they normally would have. So we finally got it weakening a little bit, pulling it along the bank here, and pretty soon you're going to get a decent picture of it. What a wonderful rainbow. It's a big male. It reminds me a lot of the steelhead we'd catch in the summer in Oregon, and certainly is in the same size range. Just a terrific fish. He's a little bit tired. Oh, is that a wonderful fish or not? I was able to get the hook out easily, and he's happy back in the stream again. Same hole. Probably released, caught and released, hooked and released a good half-dozen fish over 18 inches from this one little piece of structure. There's another 18-incher. This one's a hen, obviously. The day was great. Then we finished the day off with another 9 holes at the Meeker Golf Course. We started that way and we ended it the following day. And the nice thing about this is that we could take both our dogs with us on the golf course, of all things. Took a day off Wednesday, but after lunch on Thursday, it was such a gorgeous day that I rode my bike out to the golf course and did some casting in several favorite pools and runs. Wasn't great fishing, too much bright sunlight, no hatches. Did manage to catch and land a nice little brown trout here, and released a little rainbow shortly thereafter. Had several other fish on, but I doubt it was a grand slam kind of day. On Friday, the whole family, the 2 dogs, wife and myself, hooked up and headed down the Arkansas for what we hope would be a decent day. I fished the area in Granite along the bank. Water's very high. Very tough fishing, but did manage to catch 4 or 5 little browns there on a rubber-legged WRS. We kept going down through Buena Vista where we had lunch. Sue's catching a little brown behind a nice piece of structure here, and we kept going further.
There's just too much water right now. It's really not wadeable in the sense that we need to wade a river.
The fishing was pretty lousy on the lower river, but we enjoyed a nice caddis mating dance behind our element as we went to bed that night. Next morning the fishing was much improved. I changed to a number 16 non-rubber legged sparkle wing WRS and had all kinds of action. Here we're headed back to home, and Sue's fishing down below the Kobe SWA on the Arkansas, way up on the river.
This is one really big brown trout. Not in absolute terms, but sure is for this river. It's a dandy. It just swam upstream almost 50 feet in the middle of this kind of current. So that's a good fish. Oh, boy is he strong.
And there he is. Could be my best fish ever on the Arkansas River.